Namaste friends, welcome back to my channel. Friends, this is the second part of our Queen of Hearts Pendant tutorial, and in first part I have shown you the top part of the pendant, and in this part, the second part, we are going to make the bottom, this center, this gorgeous center part and the drop bezel. So here you can see we left here exiting through this 15 champagne out of the 11 15 that we added round the 6 pearl. So here, as I'm exiting through this first 15 champagne, I'm picking up 3 15 into this 15 and the next one, like this. So here we have made first right angle weave component. Now as I'm exiting through this second one, for my second right angle weave component, I already have 2 15 1 and 2, and I'm going to pick up 2 more 15. So here I have picked up 2 15 into these 2 15 and into the next one, like this. Now again I'm picking 2 15 champagne, and right now I'm exiting through the third one, 1 2 and 3. This is the third one. I'm going to make the third right angle weave component with these 2 15 and into the fourth one, like this. Again picking up 2 15 champagne into these 2 15 and into the next one. So here we have created 1 2 3 and 4 right angle weave component to these 1 2 3 4 15 and right now I'm exiting through the fifth one, and I will be making these right angle weave component till I reach this 11 15 and come back. So here you can see I have added 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10 right angle weave component to 10 15 and right now I'm exiting through the 11th one, making the 11th right angle weave component. So picking up 2 15 into these 2 15 like this, and now stepping up into these 2 15 of this 11th row component, picking up 1 15 champagne into the next 2 15 like this, picking up 1 15 champagne into the next 5 15 together, 1 2 3 4 and the fifth one together, like this. And again picking up 1 15 champagne into the next 2 15 together, and 1 15 champagne into these 2 15 of the first row component, like this. Just pull it tight down into these 15 the 11 15 that we added round the pearl, . through all these 11 15ers. Like this. So you can see the look, and here you can see 3 15ers. One from each raw component is popping up, one from here and one from here. So these have gone at the back. So these 3 15ers should pop up at the center. And here I'm exiting through this 15er into these 3 15er champagne like this. And now here I'm picking up the set of these 3 beads, one 15er, one 4 bicone and one 15er champagne. And here, after exiting through this 15er, I'm going to skip 1, 2 15ers in between and into the third one like this. Now picking up the set of these 5 beads, one 15er, 4 bicone, one 15er, 4 bicone and one 15er, and I'm going to skip 5 15ers here, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and into the 6 15er here, into the 6th 15er. Now picking up one 15er, one 4 bicone and one 15er champagne, the set of these 3 beads, skipping 1 2 15ers and into the next 3 15ers like this. And this is the look from the front down through this first 15er champagne, up through this 15er, up through the two 15ers and the 4 bicone like this. Now after exiting through this 4 bicone, I'm picking up one 15er, one 3 pearl and one 15er champagne, a set of these 3 beads, and into the 4 bicone and the next 15er champagne like this. And here, as I'm exiting through this 15er champagne, I'm picking up one 3 pearl, one 15er champagne, one 3 pearl, one 15er champagne and one 3 pearl, the set of 5 beads, 3 pearl, 15er, 3 pearl, 15er and 3 pearl, back into this 15er champagne, into the 4 bicone, again picking up one 15er champagne, one 3 pearl and one 15er champagne, into the 4 bicone like this. Just push these pearls and 15ers in front, into the two 15ers, down through these two 15ers, into this 15er at the bottom, up through this 15 or champagne into these two 15s and the bicon, like this. So this is the look after completing this round. You have to push these pearls and 15s in front like this. And now after exiting through this bicon into the 15 and the 3 pearl, now picking up 1 15 1 4 bicon and 1 15 the set of these 3 beads into this 15 and the 3 pearl into this next 15, picking up 1 15, 1 4 bicon and 1 15 champagne and into the 3 pearl like this. And here this is the front side now, and as I'm exiting through this 3 pearl, I'm going to pick up 2 15 champagne and into this 15. Here you can see we have 3 15s and I'm going to pass through this one. Now picking up 3 15 champagne, 1 3 pearl and 3 15 champagne. The set of these 7 beads, 3 15, 1 3 pearl and 3 15s. Again here we have these 3 15s, so I'm going to pass through this one like this, picking up 2 15 champagne and into the 3 pearl like this. Now after exiting through this 3 pearl down through the 15, the 4 bicon into these two 15s and the 3 pearl. Now picking up 4 15 champagne back into this 3 pearl up through the two 15s, 4 bicon into the 15 and the 3 pearl into these two 15s that we added here. Now picking up 1 15 champagne into these three 15s that we added with this 3 pearl, picking up 4 15 champagne into these three 15s, again picking up 1 15 champagne and into these two 15s, into the 3 pearl, into this 15 and the 4 bicone and this 15 into this 15 added between the 4 bicones like this. Now after exiting through this 15 picking up one 15 champagne up through these. Here we added 4 15s round this pearl just now, and now after picking up this 15 champagne into two 15s on this side, into the 3 pearl, down through the other two 15s out of the 4, down through the 15 champagne that we added just now, into the 15 champagne at the back here like this, into the 3 pearl, the 15 and the 3 pearl. So here you can see the center pearl that we have added, and now into these three 15 champagne, these three that we added on this 3 pearl. So here I'm exiting out of the third one, and now I'm going to pick up 5 15 champagne and one 3 pearl. Now after picking up the set of these beads, I'm going to pass through these two 15s that we added after this 3 pearl through all these 15s into these 15s. So here passing through these two 15s, through all these 15s, through these 15s, through these 15s, into these three 15s, and here as I'm exiting through these two 15s, I'm going to pick up one 3 pearl and 5 15 champagne. So these are the beads. Now I have picked up the same set of 6 beads but in the reverse order. So I have picked up 3 pearl first, and now here we have 3 15s out of the 4 that we added around this pearl. So I'm going to pass through. I'm going to skip the first one into the middle two 15s, the second and the third one, like this. So here we have created this garland like shape over here, and I'm going to pass through all these beads once again to reinforce into the pearl, into these 15 rows, all these 15 rows, passing through all these once again. Like this, into these 15 rows, back into the pearl and these 15 rows. And into these 15 rows, round the pearl, back into the 3 mm pearl. So you can see the look of our pendant. And here, now we will move up to the 15 rows and the bicon. So here we have completed the top and the center part of our pendant, and we will first make the bail for our pendant, and then we will attach the bezel teardrop crystal at the bottom. So here I'm moving up through the bicons, the 15, the 3 mm pearl, this 15, the bicon, these 4 15s. Now, after exiting through this 15, up through the 11s, into the 15, the 15, the round tail, the 15 and the round tail. So I'm passing through all these 15s and the round tails to get through the top and add my bail. If you have a bail, a ready-made bail, you can attach it. But here I'm going to make a bail. So I'm just showing you how you can make a bail if you don't have one. Into these 15s. And into these 15s and into the 11. And to this 11, I'm going to attach a bail, and for this I'm picking up 2 11 champagne into this 11 champagne, up through the 11 champagne, now picking up 2 11 of champagne down through this 11 into this 11 at the bottom, up through the 11, again picking up the pair of 11s down through the adjacent 11, up through the two 11s. So here I'm using herringbone stitch to make the bail, picking up two more 11s into the adjacent one, up through these two 11s like this. So here I have added 4 pairs of these 11s, and in this way I'm going to add in all 22 pairs of 11s in my bail. So here I have added 4, I'll be adding 18 more and come back. So here I have added 22 pairs in my bail. If you want, you can increase or decrease the number of pairs here. If you want to make a bigger bail, you can increase the number of pairs, and if you want to make a smaller one, you can decrease the number of pairs. But here I have added 22 pairs. Let us count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 and 22. Now I'm going to attach it to the pack, and just this is the center 11, so I'm going to attach it to this 11, the center one. So here, passing through this 11, up through this 11, the adjacent one, moving down through this 11, champagne into this 11, Tino cream, once again moving up to the 11 champagne, moving up all through these 11s to reinforce my bail, into all these 11s, down through all these 11s, into this 11, up through all these 11s of the adjacent row, moving down down through these 11s, and here I'm going to tie a knot in between these 11s, one more knot, down through these 11 rows, and here I'm cutting the thread off. So friends, now after attaching this center part and the bail to our pendant, we are going to attach the bottom part, that is the bezeled teardrop crystal, to our pendant. And now we will first bezel the teardrop crystal using herringbone stitch, and then we will attach it to our pendant. So let us start bezeling our teardrop crystal. So for bezeling our pear-shaped crystal using herringbone stitch, I have taken about 3.5 feet long single thread, and now I'm picking up two 11 green and two 11 champagne, and bringing these down towards the end of my thread and tying a double knot like this. So you can see, and now passing through these two 11 champagne back into these two 11 petunia green, and pulling in the tail in between these beads to secure my knot. And now I'm going to hold this tail to hold my component like this. And here right now I'm exiting through this 11 patina green. So I'm picking up one 11 patina green and one 11 champagne, two beads into 11 champagne like this. Just allow these to sit on the previous two beads up through these two 11 patina green like this. So here we have added three components in our herringbone chain. Now again picking up one 11 green and one 11 champagne into this 11 champagne that we just added up through these two 11 green like this. So here we have four components in our chain. Again picking up one 11 green and one 11 champagne down through this top 11 champagne and into the adjacent 11 green and into the top 11 green like this. So here you can see I have added in all five components, five pairs of 11 O's in my herringbone chain. Now I'm going to add the sixth one. So again I'm picking up one 11 green and then 11 champagne down through this 11 champagne up through these two 11 green like this. So here you can see we have made six components, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 components in our chain. And for bezeling our pear-shaped crystal, that is 14 by 10 or 14 by 9 mm pear-shaped crystal, we need in all 26 pairs in our herringbone chain. So we have added 6, we will be adding 20 more and come back. So here is our herringbone chain with 26 pairs. Let us count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24 and 26. So 26 components, and now we are going to join the two ends of the chain by passing through the opposite 11 up through this adjacent 11 down through the opposite 11 champagne and up through this 11 patina green. Now here we have to create a tip for our teardrop crystal or the pear-shaped crystal. So now we are going to add the 27th component. So I'm picking up an 11 patina into this 11 patina green like this, up through the adjacent 11 champagne, picking up an 11 champagne into this 11 champagne like this, up through this 11 patina into the 11 that we have just added, into this 11 champagne that we just added, back into this 11 patina that we just added. So here you can see we have created the shape for the bezel case of our teardrop crystal. And now here, as I'm exiting through this 11 which is the tip, I'm going to pass through the next two 11s, the first two 11s, and I'm picking up one 11 patina into these two 11 patina like this. Just push it in into the next two 11 patina, picking up one 11 again into these two 11s like this, into the next two 11s, picking up one 11 green into the next two 11s, the same 11s, the same pair of 11s like this. So in this round we are actually adding one 11 to the pairs of 11s here. We are skipping this step here, and from the next 11 onward we are adding one 11 to the pairs of 11 again into the next pair of 11s, picking up one 11 into the same pair of 11 like this, and we will be adding these 11s all through this round till we reach this last pair over here. And here I have reached this last pair, and I'm adding my last 11 to this pair like this. So here you can see the look after adding these 11s at the back, and now into this tip. Here I'm not adding any bead to this tip, into the first pair up through the 11, stepping up into the 11 that we added here, and now picking up 115 champagne and into this next 11 like this. So this is the tip here. We are adding 115, again picking up 115 champagne into the next 11, again picking up 115 champagne into the next 11. So here, after adding 1, 2, 3 15s, I'm skipping one bead over here, again picking up 1 15 champagne into the next 11, like this, again picking up 115 into the next 11, and here we have reached the bottom. You can see this is the bottom, and at the bottom we are going to skip 2 beads, so we are passing through 3 11s together, like this. Now again picking up 115, the second 15, skipping the next one, picking up 115, and the last 15 of this round. So you can see the look at the back. Now here you can see the look after completing this round. Now I'm stepping up into this first 15, the next 11, and the second 15, like this. And here, after exiting through this 15, I'm picking up 115 into this next 15 champagne, like this. And here where we have skipped the bead, and here we will be adding 111 into this next 15, like this. Now again picking up 115 champagne into this next 15 champagne, like this. Now here we have reached the bottom where we skipped 2 beads, and now I'm picking up 2 11s into this next 15. At the bottom we are adding 2 11s, like this. Again picking up 115 champagne into the next 15. Now picking up 111 into the next 15, and 115 champagne into the next 15, and here on the top we will not add any bead. After exiting through this 15, we will straight away pass into this opposite 15 on the other side, like this, bringing these two 15s together. Just keep your thread nice and tight, and now stepping up into the first 15 champagne that we added in this round. Now here, after completing this round, we will cut this tail off first, and now we are going to place our pear-shaped crystal into the case, very gently into the case. We have to keep holding it while we complete the pack over here. And now you can see I'm exiting through this 15 champagne, and now I'm picking up 1 15 champagne into this next 11 green, like this. Again picking up 1 15 champagne into the next 15 champagne, like this. Into these two 11s at the base, into this next 15 champagne, again picking up 1 15 champagne into the 11, picking up 1 15 champagne into this 15, like this. And now again passing through this 15 on the opposite side. Right now I'm exiting through this 15, I'm going to pass through this 15 on the opposite side. Like this. Stepping up into this 15, the first 15 that we added here. So here you can see the look from the back. And as I'm exiting through this 15 champagne, I'm going to pick up, I'm picking up 1 15 champagne into the next 15 that I added in the last round, like this. Picking up 1 15, and here I'm skipping these beads, 1 2 3 4 beads at the bottom into this next 15 that I added on the opposite side, like this. And here I'm stepping up into the 15 that I just added, the first one of this round, into this 15 like this. Back into this 15 champagne, into the 11 and the next 15 into the 15 champagne, into this next 15 the 11. So here we have closed the back of the bezel case, and now we will move to the front. So as I'm exiting through this 11 into the 15, the 11, into this 15 and the 11, into this pair of 11s on the top, and here into the adjacent 11 over here, like this. So here we have reached the front, and now we are going to add the beads over here. So I'm picking up 1 15 champagne into this 11 champagne, and into the 11 on the top, like this. Now picking up my second 15 champagne down into the first 15 that we added here, up through these two 11 skipping the 11 on the top into the next 11 on the other side, like this. Now again picking up one 15 champagne into this 11 and into the next 11 champagne, like this. Picking up one 15 champagne into the 15 into these two 11s and into the next one. Again picking up one 15 champagne into the previous 15 that we added, up through these two 11s and into the next one, to which we will be adding the bead. Again picking up one 15 champagne down through this 15 up through the two 11s and into the third one. Picking up one 15 champagne into this 15 up through these two 11s and into the third one, like this. We are going to add 15s all through this round till we reach this last 11 over here. And here I have reached this last 11 and I'm picking a 115 champagne down through this 15 up through the 11 the first one and the next one into this 15 the first one that we added, and into this that we added just now, like this, up through these 11s and into the one on the top. So here we have reached the tip and you can see the look, and now we are going to add the bead over here. So as I'm exiting through this 11 I'm picking up 115 champagne and back into this 11 like this, putting it down back into the 15 that I just added, and now I'm going to pass through. So here I'm exiting through this 15 that I have added to the 11 on the top over here, and I'm going to pass through all these 15s like this. Very gently through all the 15s to give a nice shape to our bezel case. Into these 15s and into the one at the top over here. So you can see the look of our bezel case into this 11 on the top. So friends, here we have bezeled our pear-shaped crystal, and now we are going to attach it to the pendant, our Queen of Hearts pendant. And here right now I'm exiting through this 11 on the top, and now I'm going to pick up 2 11 champagne. So here I have picked up 2 11 champagne as I'm exiting through this top 11 into this 3 mm pearl like this, Again picking up to 11 champagne and into the 11, the top 11 of the bezel, like this. I'm going to take one more pass through all these beads, through all these 11, like this. Into this pair of 11, into the 3 pearl. So here we have attached the drop, and now as I'm exiting through this 3 pearl into this 15, into the 3 pearl and this 15, champagne, the 4 bicone, like this, into the 15, the 3 pearl and this 15, into the 4 bicone, into these 15, the 4 15 over here, into the 11, into the 15, the round tail, passing through these beads just to reinforce, and into these 15, the round tails, we have passed through the other side of these beads. Now this was left, so I'm just passing through all these beads and attaching this bottom part to the upper part from the back also. So I'm just passing through these 15, the round tail, and here I'm going to tie a knot between this 15 and the round tail. Again, one more knot into this 15, the round tail, into the 15, the round tail, into these 15, the Superduo and the 11, like this. And here we will cut the thread off very carefully. So here we have completed our pendant. So here is a completed Queen of Hearts pendant in this gorgeous green color, and I'm sure you will enjoy making this pendant. You can see how gorgeous it looks, and I'm sure you will enjoy making it for yourself, and of course gift it to your friends and your near and dear ones. So let us take a quick look of over the other colorways that I have already shown you in the beginning of the video. This one in peach color, this one in fuchsia color, and the one in blue color Here in this blue color, I have attached the Namaste bead at the bottom. You can also use this Namaste stone, bezel it using this herringbone stitch and attach it at the bottom. You can see the different look it is creating. And if you want the tutorial for this bezel, please do tell me in the comment box. I will definitely make the tutorial for this bezel, the bezel for this Namaste bead, and I will definitely upload it on my channel. So friends, here are my Queen of Hearts pendant in different colorways. You can add a pearl chain over here and it will really enhance the beauty of the pendant, or you can add any gold chain or the silver chain, whatever you would love to add. So friends, this is our Queen of Hearts pendant in different colorways. I hope you will love these pendants and you will love making these pendants and gifting it to your friends and your near ones. So friends, if you like my designs and my tutorials, please do subscribe to my channel and please don't forget to press the bell icon so that you may get notified when I'll upload my next videos. Thank you and namaste.